Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. Greetings from Hiroshima, Japan. This is GEAUX Stros. It is now 7:36 in the morning here, and I'm heating up some water. I'm about to make my morning cup of coffee. It's in the description, but in case you guys didn't see it or don't normally look in the descriptions of the videos, just wanted to let you know that I'm only going to be able to do the live play-by-play for roughly an hour today before I go to classes. Luckily, the game starts rather, a little more than an hour earlier than usual. A lot of these games for me start just after 9 in the morning. Unfortunately, during weekdays, my classes start at 9 in the morning. So that means that around 8:50, about 10 till 9, I have to leave here on my bike and go to classes. I stayed home yesterday, which I was not really wanting to do on one hand, because I really need to be in my classes. But on the other hand, I wasn't feeling well. I was having chest pains. Still have pains over here under my arm. I'm hoping to get that checked out when I go to the hospital on Monday for my regular monthly checkup. But because of staying home, I was able to call the game. And it was a really good game. Game 4 with the Orioles. Astros wound up even in that series, but they should have won all 4 games, honestly. They should have been sweeping the Orioles, not just for that series, but for the entire season. That's the way it should have played out, but they broke down. You probably already know that. But today is the first game in Philadelphia of a 3-game series. Today, for game 1, Ronel Blanco's on the mound facing Zach Wheeler. Should be a pitching matchup, but according to the stats, I think that Zach Wheeler is due for a drumming. Hope the Astros bats are able to thump him today. But until, let's say, maybe if we're lucky, I'll get all the way through the 3rd inning and maybe some of the 4th inning before I have to leave. Should be able to. And at that point, I'll leave the game streaming so that you can see the live score and at-bat information on the screen. So if you guys want, you can continue to check that out. Keep it going in the background so you can check it or whatever. But I will be checking in during my break times between classes in the live chat, so you can see me there. But I do believe that my hot water is ready for my coffee, so I'm about to go in there and grab that. First pitch should be coming in just a moment, so I should probably get on that. I'll be right back. And Bregman is due to lead off, actually. It looks like Altuve is going to have a break today, so I'll be right back with that leadoff pitch. Alright, guys. Here's the lineup for the Astros today. Alex Bregman, Yordan Alvarez, who's playing in left field today, followed by Yainer Diaz, who's catching today. Jeremy Pena, John Singleton, who's at DH, and then Victor Caratini. From there, it's going to be Ben Gamel, Jake Myers, and Shea Whitcomb. Whitcomb is actually playing second today. First pitch to Bregman from Wheeler is almost on the way. First pitch of the game. That one's hitting into right field right off the bat. A line drive to the right fielder. It's going to be out number one. So just like that, one pitch, one out. That brings up Yordan Alvarez. Batting .352 on the road this year is Yordan. He's number one in AL for batting average on the road. First pitch to him is high, 95 miles an hour. Ball one. Here comes the pitch. That one's also high, 96 miles an hour up in the zone. That should have been ball two, but Yordan took a swing at it and fouled it away. Third pitch from Wheeler is on the way. A little low and outside. Barely missed the corner. Ball two. Two balls, one strike to Alvarez. Here's the pitch. Hit hard. Wow, that one was ripped. 96 miles an hour on the inside corner. Ripped foul, but that ball was launched 113.7 miles an hour into the stands. Holy cow. Two balls, two strikes. Here comes the even count pitch. High and outside, fouled away again by Alvarez. Alvarez making a lot of contact with the ball, and his bat is looking very fast today. We'll have another 2-2 count pitch. It's now on the way. Hit hard into right field. That's going to be a single. Alvarez on first base. I'm going to have to put this video a little behind so I can get a replay. Yordan on first base with one out. Whoops. I just realized that I didn't take my starting shortly graphic off the screen. Sorry about that. Okay, problem fixed. Sorry about that, guys. Missed seeing that single. Yainer Diaz is up to bat. First pitch to him is in there for strike one. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt almost to 96 miles an hour. Ball one. That will be an even count. Yordan Alvarez on first base with one out. Nice strong line drive. Alvarez looking really good with his at bat. His swings today are looking really sharp and fast. Here's the next pitch to Diaz. That's on the outside corner. Strike two. One ball, two strikes. And I can add more water. To my coffee filter. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Diaz. Swing and a miss. High fastball, 95 miles an hour. Could have been a ball. What is it about the high fastball that makes so many batters swing and miss? I always wondered that. I think I've accidentally got the music still going on my screen. I do. Sorry about that. Okay, Jeremy Pena's at the plate. First pitch to him is fouled away for strike one. 0-1 is the count. Two outs. Alvarez on first base. Next pitch, terrible Swing and a miss by Jeremy Pena on the outside corner. Trying to get my preview timing just right. My preview screen has to be a little behind the game, so I have time to click on it. 0-2's the count to Jeremy Pena. Here comes the pitch. Tosses that one outside. Pena lays off. That's going to be ball 1. Okay, that's better. One ball, 2 strikes. Here comes a pitch. Another one way outside, 96 miles an hour, taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And my coffee is ready to be stirred and consumed. Zach Wheeler has the call. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Jeremy Pena. That one's hit a little tapper, but it looks like it was a tapper towards shortstop, but actually it was off his foot. Pena might be changing his bat. It looks like he broke his bat on that one. You can see Altuve sitting in the dugout today. He has a little bit of a break. Altuve at most might be coming in as a pinch hitter later, but he's most likely just getting a break today. 2-2. Here's the pitch to Pena. Another one low and outside, ball 3, full count. Oh. Clicked on the wrong tab. Here comes the full count pitch from Wheeler. That one's in there, tapped to the third. It's going to have to be a quick play by Bowman. Is Jeremy safe? They say they got him, but that was close. Take a look at this. Look how close that was. I'm not so sure about that. They need to take another look. They're going to take a quick look at it to see if they want to challenge, but it looks like they're not going to, so that's going to be the end of the first inning. Astros do get a hit, but leave Jordan stranded on first base. So we'll go into the bottom of the first. Astros with 1 hit, no runs. I think we got some messages in the live chat. Let me take a look. Okay, here we go. Another good game for Houston. Hey, Rush Plays, thanks for coming back, man. It's good to see you again. And special thanks to you, the other subscribers, for supporting the channel. I got to 100 subscribers, now at 102. Very happy about that. First big milestone, I guess you could say. Next one I'm really looking forward to getting to is 500, because at 500 I get some extra features through YouTube that can be very handy for me. And of course 1000 is the main one because it opens up full monetization possibilities. But the main thing that I really looking forward to is getting to 500 first. The reason for that is just because there are some partial monetization things. And I'm looking forward to getting those. Let's see here. I need to change something on the screen here. Give me a moment. Okay, I see. I'm trying to figure out why something is not showing on the screen properly, and I think I just figured it out. There we go. Okay, my viewer count was coming up behind the orange, and finally figured out why. Got it fixed. Kyle Schwarber comes up to bat while I'm playing around with my stuff on the screen. He's got 2 balls on him. This next pitch is fouled back for strike 1. 2-1 against Schwarber. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber, batting .248. Here comes the next pitch, just a little outside, ball 3. Blanco threatening to walk the leadoff batter. I know that Schwarber has some power, but you got to pitch to him. Here's the pitch. That one's just off the outside corner, man. Missed by about 2 inches, looks like. Schwarber is going to be on first base. Leadoff walk by Ronel Blanco, and he's making me have to work by putting a runner back on base. Here we go. That brings up Trey Turner. Trey Turner takes a strike right down the gut, 94 miles an hour. 0-1. Here comes the next pitch to Turner. That one's in the dirt and outside. 85 miles an hour. Evens the count, 1-1. One and one count. Here's the pitch to Turner. Turner throws his bat on that strike. You got to see that. Look at that. On that pitch by Blanco, he took a big swing at it, but completely lost his bat. I want to see that replay again. Look how far he threw that. That's crazy. Look at that. How do you throw your bat like that? Never in my whole life did I ever throw my bat like that while I was playing baseball. That's crazy. 1-2 is the count. Here comes a pitch from Blanco. This one's hit hard to left field. Wow, he launched on that one. Look at this. But it was foul. Count remains 1-2. I'm still getting ready to go so that I don't have to be in a rush later. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first base, no outs. Here comes a pitch from Blanco. High fastball. Taken for ball 1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Trey Turner, not Trainer. Trey Turner swings and misses for strikeout number 1. What? I thought that was strike 3. I was wrong. It's 2-2. Okay. Strike 2 apparently. Here's the next pitch. This one's hit hard to Pena. Pena can't make the play. Another crazy looking nonsense play by Pena. He didn't pick it up cleanly and then throws it over the head of Whitcomb at second base. He made himself look crazy right there. Pena just freaked out. What should have been a double play ball turns into an error. Trey Turner's on first now. Schwarber is on second. You got to see this replay. That ball, he misplayed it. And then when he tried to flip it to Whitcomb, it went right over his head. Crazy. That brings up Bryce Harper. 2 runners on, no outs, guys. Astros defense not doing Blanco any favors here. 1 strike to Harper. Next pitch is outside and low for ball 1. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the first. Here comes the pitch. Low, check swing. Did he go? They say he did not. That will be Ball 2, 2-1. 15 pitches now for Blanco in the first inning without a single out. Here comes the next pitch. This one's hit hard to right field, but just foul. Line drive shot. That'll be strike 2, 2-2. I have to be really careful when I'm calling the count if I don't have it memorized after each pitch, because whoever's doing the pitch count on the screen, they often change it when they realize it's wrong. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Another one bounced foul by Harper. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Blanco. That one's way high. That's going to be a full count. Full count, runners on first and second, no outs. Blanco facing Bryce Harper. Here comes the delivery. This is ground ball to Shea Whitcomb. He goes to Pena. Pena to first. Double play. So, Astros turn 2. Runner advances to third. Oh my gosh. What just happened? I see. I accidentally closed my tabs. Alec Boehm now at the plate. First pitch he takes is a ball. Second pitch is in there with a swing and miss. Sorry for the delay there. Had a little issue. Had to restart my browser. 1-1 is the count against Boehm. Runner is on third. 2 outs. Get that updated. Two balls, one strike. Here comes a pitch from Blanco. High in the zone, fouled back. That's an even count, 2-2. Astros with the nice double play. Pena almost redeems himself. As long as they get out of this inning, it'll be all good. 2 outs, runner on third. Here's the next pitch to Boehm. He fouls it off to the right side. 95 right in the middle of the zone. This will be the 25th pitch of the inning for Blanco. Here it comes. This is grounded to Pena. He's able to get that one and fire it over to first. Out number 3. So Pena is able to make the play that time. So Pena, who is responsible for losing a double play, is able to make the double play and then get the final ground out to end the inning. So Astros get lucky there, despite the error and the hit. Well, there actually wasn't an official hit. There was a walk and an error. So despite the error and 2 runners on, the Astros come away with no runs given up. Very lucky. But Blanco is up to almost 30 pitches already, just in the first inning. That's nuts. At this rate, he will not make it through 6 innings. Coming up to bat in the top of the second are John Singleton, Victor Caratini, and Ben Gamel. I'm going to go change my shorts. I'll be right back, guys. All right. Man, they're showing more highlights of Altuve. First pitch to Singleton is in there for strike one. They were showing some highlights of Altuve. He was able to meet with some fans who've been recently through some tough stuff, including surgery. I understand how that feels. Next pitch to Singleton is a ball that evens the count 1-1. Wheeler up to 20 pitches. Altuve is such a great guy. I wish I could meet him. Uh-oh. John Singleton with a single McSingleton, singles to right field. Nice rip by Singleton. Leadoff hit. We got a leadoff hit and base runner for the Astros. There we go. That brings up Victor Caratini. Or Ben Affleck. If you take a look at him, that's what he looks like to me. He looks like Ben Affleck. Foul ball on that inside high fastball, 96 miles an hour. He's able to muscle it off. It looks like the Astros are getting that bat around on these fastballs from Wheeler. That's nice. I absolutely love seeing when Altuve goes to these on-the-road stadiums and there's so many fans showing up just to talk to him and see him, get his autograph. I absolutely love that. Next pitch is a swing and a miss. Strike two. Caratini has the Myers count on him. He decides to call timeout, take a break. He's telling himself, "You're not Jake Myers. You're not Jake Myers. You're Victor Caratini. You're Victor Caratini." Got about a baker's dozen watching. Thanks for joining, guys. Thank you very much for being here today. Here comes the next pitch to Caratini. That one's in the dirt. 81 miles an hour. Ball 1-2. Single McSingleton is on first base with a single. Astros have 2 hits this game so far. Jordan single in the last inning, which was ripped to right field, and another rip to right field by John Singleton. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Caratini. That one's bounced to the right side, and it's got to get through, guys. And it looks like Singleton's going to get to third. No, he doesn't. He stays. So single McSingleton. Sorry, just can't help myself. He doesn't quite have the speed to get to third. He decides not to risk it. Singleton's got the dad bod going on, basically. So, yeah, it makes sense why he wouldn't be running to third. He was lumbering to get to second base. I don't see him getting to third, I guess. Look how Singleton is just lumbering around second base. You know. Ben Gamble comes up to bat. First pitch to him is taken for ball 1. Astros have runners on first and second with no outs. Here in the top of the second, Ben Gamble at the plate with a 1-0 count. Here comes the pitch from Wheeler. That one's outside. 95 miles an hour, misses the mark. Good eye by Gamble. 2 balls, no strikes. Since being with the Astros, Gamble has been bringing up his batting average. He's now batting .294. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Right on the outside corner. Just barely. Strike 1. I would have taken that one too. Can't blame him. Would have been a nice 3-0 count, but it was right on the corner, or right on the edge, rather, of the zone. 2-1. Here comes the pitch from Wheeler. Fouled back. That one was also a little outside, but in the zone. Strike 2. Gamble could get easily another single to right field. He's definitely got the ability to do it. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Good take by Gamble on that curveball. 82 miles an hour, low. Counts full. Now Wheeler is up to 30 pitches. No outs. Runners on first and second. Ben Gamble at the plate facing Wheeler. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, right in there. Why did he take that one? Why did you take that one? Struck him out looking. Look at this. How could you not swing on that one? Rung him up. Wheeler, man, you disappoint me. I mean, Gamble. Well, Wheeler, you did too. You shouldn't have put a strike in there. But Gamble, come on, man. Anything close, you got to be swinging. That was a beautiful pitch. How could you not swing on that? Jake Myers comes up. Very first pitch. Another one right in the zone for strike one. 96 miles an hour on that one. Myers batting .231. Is the powerhouse in the bottom of the order. 0-1 is the count. Is he going to get the Myers count? Fouled back. Yes, he is. Myers with the Myers count. 0-2. 0-2. Wow. Myers is 6 for 42 since July. My goodness gracious. How can he be 6 for 42 and still be in the lineup? It's amazing, isn't it? No balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on. That was high, 97 miles an hour. Ball 1. Astros cannot get 2 leadoff runners on and then leave them stranded. This is where they've had an issue. But they've also been scoring a lot of runs with 2 outs recently, so maybe it doesn't matter. Here comes the pitch. Another high fastball for ball 2. 96 miles an hour on that one. 2-2 is the count. I've got maybe another 40 minutes of calling this game before I have to go to school. But I will continue the stream with the live score. Right down the heart of the plate, 85 miles an hour, fouled back by Myers. Count remains 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jake Myers. Here comes the pitch from Wheeler. That was in the dirt, basically. 96 miles an hour. Ball 3. Wheeler working pretty hard now. He's about to deliver his 38th pitch of the game with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Shea Whitcomb on deck. Here comes the pitch to Myers. Hit hard up the middle. Is it going to be playable? It is. Looks like a double play ball. And they get it. So the Astros do wind up stranding runners with that ground ball by Jake Myers. So the Astros let me down. They let me down. Nothing doing for the Astros in the top of the second despite 2 leadoff runners. Back-to-back hits. And then they leave them on base. So the Astros decide to be more like the early 2024 Astros and less like the more recent Astros, who can actually drive runs in, bring in the runners. Blanco will be back up on the mound in just a moment, and let's see who he'll be facing. Got about 17 people watching. Thanks so much, guys. We're already up to 10 likes so far, or 11. I really appreciate that. My goal right now, because of my channel being so small, is to get at least 11 likes per live stream. As my subscriber and view counts go up, then I will expect to pump that up even more. I need a different poll for the chat today. I've got one. Oh, let me change that. I've got an interesting poll question for you guys. What team will the Astros likely struggle against to reach the World Series? What team will the Astros most likely struggle against to reach the World Series? Okay. Yankees, Phillies. Orioles. Let me take a look at the standings. I want to see what the standings are. Wow, very first pitch. Great play by Bregman. Very first pitch, line drive caught. That could have been extra bases for sure. Out one just like that with one pitch. Good job. That was Castellanos. Nick Castellanos. Now Bryson Scott's up to bat. Quickly takes 2 strikes. That second pitch was right on the outside part of the zone, but he got it. Blanco got it for strike 2. You can see it right here. Boom, right there. Disappointing for Brian Stott, but good for the Astros. 0-2. Here comes the 30th pitch of the game for Blanco. That's a little tapper. Bregman's got it. He fires to first. No. He doesn't make the throw. Nothing doing there. He decided not to throw that one. No play. That's going to be an infield hit for Stott. 1 out, 1 runner on for the Phillies. I guess Stott is a fast runner. Despite being in the right spot and charging, Bregman did not have a throw. That brings up Real Muto. Very first pitch, he fouls up and away. That'll be strike 1. Let's see. The Guardians. Yeah, that's what I'll do. 0-1 the count against Real Muto. Another one fouled up, 94 miles an hour. That's going to be strike 2. 0-2 is the count. Okay. These are the only 3 teams I'm going to put on the poll, guys. The question is, what team would the Astros most likely struggle against to reach the World Series? Yankees, Guardians, or Phillies? Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blanco gets the strikeout against Real Muto. Nice pitch. Boom. Brandon Marsh comes up to bat. Blanco fires over to first base. Little pickoff move. But the runner is back, no problem. Brandon Marsh batting .244 this year. 2 outs, 1 runner on base. Another pickoff move, and they got him, but it was a bad throw. It was a wild throw. It goes all the way to the wall. So he's going to advance. Absolutely terrible. Terrible throw. Blanco actually picked him off. It was a good read by Blanco to make the pickoff move, but the ball was in the dirt. It was such an awful throw. He couldn't get it. Take a look at this. Caratini's at first base. Absolutely terrible throw. He had him dead to rights, but he threw it in the dirt to Caratini. Yeah, there was a super easy toss. He just had to lob it over there. Blanco with the ridiculous error there. First pitch to Brandon Marsh is a ball, 1-0. Runner on third, 2 outs. Error has been charged to Blanco. That pitch is high and outside, 88 miles an hour for ball 2, 2-0. Man, 2 errors for the Astros so far. Both of them looking more like the Bad News Bears than the Houston Astros. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Brandon Marsh. He breaks his bat. That was a close play. Shea Whitcomb is barely able to get that tossed over. The broken bat by Marsh. Whitcomb tosses it over to Caratini, who barely gets to the bag in time. That ends the inning. Astros keep the runs off the board, but man, what a nonsense inning. Astros appear to be trying to give runs to the Phillies. It's interesting because the difficult plays, the Astros are making the difficult plays, but the easy plays, they're looking like amateurs, looking like Little League players. But once again, they get lucky. First two innings, despite errors, the Astros get lucky and don't give up any runs. We go into the top of the third, 0-0. 0-0. 3 hits for the Astros. 1 hit for the Phillies. 2 errors. The Astros have more errors than the Phillies do hits. 20 people watching. Thanks so much for being here. It's nice to see so many so early in the chat. I've got 105 subscribers. It's already moved up a little bit more. Thank you so much for being here. I am a big Astros fan all my life. For those of you who don't know, since we're during the break, I'll just give you a quick opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself and why I hope you will subscribe to the channel and come back and support me. First of all, although I do the live play-by-plays, I watch the game live and I do the play-by-plays. I can't be here for all of the games or all of each game because I am in Hiroshima, Japan. And here in Japan, I study full-time at a language school under a student visa. That means that I have to be in my classes, study and take tests and all that kind of stuff. Some of these games take place while I should be in class, so I can't be here. Just for example, right now it's 8:18 in the morning. I have to be in class at 9. My school is nearby, so I can leave in about maybe 30 minutes or so and get there on time, so it's no problem. I can call this game for another 30 minutes, but I will have to leave and go to my classes, so I will leave the game streaming with the live score on the screen. However, for days when the game starts much earlier or on the weekends, I can call those games, so I will be here for those games just to let you know. I spent my early childhood in Houston, and that's when I became a Houston fan, but I was born in Louisiana, so I'm also an LSU Tigers football fan. There you go. That's the spiel. Shea Whitcomb is up to bat. The very first pitch he takes for strike 1. Here comes the next pitch, outside, ball 1. 1-1. They're talking with Mauricio Dubon. For those of you who did not see yesterday, Dubon made an amazing catch out in left field and ran into the wall. And he's having a rest today, but he looks good. Next pitch is in there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Shea Whitcomb. This will be the 42nd pitch of the game for Wheeler. It's hit out to right field. It might be playable, and it is. Castellanos catches it right by the line, about 15 feet from the warning track, no problem. That'll be out number 1. Alex Bregman comes up. He is in the leadoff spot today. Altuve is on break. Alex Bregman lined out his first at bat. Here comes the first pitch to him. Ooh, right in the middle of the plate, 95 miles an hour, strike 1. 1 out, no runners on here in the top of the third. Astros with 3 hits, but no runs to show for it yet. Next pitch to Bregman is low, just barely missed the bottom of the zone. Good call by the ump, ball 1. Breaking ball, 84 miles an hour. The count is even. Alex Bregman looking all serious. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. He hits this one to the middle. Looks like it might drop, and it does. That's going to be a single. Second baseman was out there. It looks like, was that Bohm? He tried to get out there and get to it, but he wasn't able to. Bregman with a nice single, a nice soft single, soft serve. Little soft serve ice cream by Bregman to get the base hit. So after that really hard line out at his first at bat, Bregman goes soft and gets the single. So we have a 1 out runner on base for Yordan Alvarez. Man, Come on, Alvarez. Give us a 2-0 lead right here. He ripped the ball out his first at bat to right field for a single. 97 miles an hour and up and in, sorry. Ball one. Ooh, man. I see a Baltimore Orioles shirt in the crowd. That's crazy. In Philly, 1 ball, no strikes. 96 in the zone, fouled back by Jordan. Jordan is whipping that bat around and making some serious contact with the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Jordan, interestingly enough, is 1 for 1 today. Let's make it 2 for 2, baby. Here comes the pitch from Wheeler. Whoa, inside, 95 miles an hour. Scoots him back just a little bit. 2 balls, 1 strike. They mentioned last at bat, but I'll reiterate here that Alvarez has the best on-the-road batting average of anyone in the American League. Next pitch is low, fouled away. 83 miles an hour breaking ball. Just barely able to get a piece of it. That evens the count, 2-2. Big Cat, hello. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the live chat, man. Good to see you. Go Astros. Come on, Astros. I agree. Let's go. Jordan Alvarez. Let's have another big rip here. We need some runs, man. I want to see some runs before I leave for school. Come on. Here's the 2-2 pitch, the 50th pitch by Wheeler. 97 right in the zone. Jordan fouls that one back. Another hard swing. Alvarez's swings continue to look sharp and strong. He is fully awake and ready to go. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3, full count. Astros being pretty patient today. Despite the lack of runs on the board, they have been driving up the pitch count. This will be the 52nd pitch of the game for Wheeler here in the 3rd inning. Here comes the pitch to Alvarez. He fouls this one off. Bregman was running on that one. Bregman has to jog back to first base. Nothing doing there on that foul off. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're going to have another full count pitch from Wheeler to Jordan Alvarez. Here comes the pitch. Nope, he fires over to first base. Bregman is back, no problem. Full count, 1 out. Bregman on first base. Alvarez at the plate. Here comes the pitch. Bregman is running again. 96 miles an hour, fouled back again. That's funny. So Bregman has to jog back to first base again. He's getting the exercise today. That's funny. Bregman has only tried to steal 3 times this year, but he's 3 for 3. Here comes another full count pitch to Alvarez. And it's on the way. That one's in the dirt. It's going to be ball 4. First walk for Wheeler tonight. Astros now have runners on first and second with 1 out. Let's move Bregman up to second. So after all that work, Bregman does finally get to second base, but this time he doesn't have to run to get there. He can take a leisurely stroll. Yainer Diaz is up. The first pitch to him is a swing and foul ball, 96 miles an hour, low and inside. Yainer struck out his last at bat. With runners in scoring position, Yainer is 3rd in the American League, batting .359. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Ooh, man, that was a good pitch to hit, but Yainer just missed it, 96 miles an hour. Take a look at this. Man, just couldn't get his bat on that one. 0-2 is the count. Yainer not looking as sharp at the plate as Jordan today. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. That'll be 1-2. Runner's not able to advance. No balls. Oh, 1 ball, I'm sorry. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I was looking at the 0-1 for Diaz, and I said no balls. But it's 1-2 with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch by Wheeler to Diaz. High fastball. Swing and miss. There's no way he was going to be getting that one. Absolutely terrible. Strikeout number 2 for Diaz. Swinging at garbage again. Diaz looking absolutely terrible at the plate today. 2 strikeouts for him. That brings up Jeremy Pena. 2 outs, 2 runners on. This is Pena's opportunity to make up for the error that he made in the first inning. First pitch to him is on the way. High fastball fouled back. Actually, that looked more like a changeup. 86 miles an hour. I think I have time for one more quick cup of coffee. Yeah, I've got about 20 more minutes. I can pour some more. No balls, 1 strike to Jeremy Pena. 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. Fouled back again. 96 miles an hour. High in the zone. That was a good one to swing at. It was going to be a strike either way. He just couldn't get on it. No balls, 2 strikes. Just don't swing at junk, Pena. Swing at a pitch in the zone. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That one's hit hard to center field into the gap. It looks like it's going to be playable, though. Marsh makes the catch right by the wall in center field, and that's going to be it for the Astros. They leave, once again, 2 runners on base. They strand 2 more runners, so the Astros, determined to look like early 2024 Astros, get runners on and leave them there. Very disappointing. Astros with 4 hits, no runs, 2 errors. Going into the bottom of the 3rd, the Phillies coming up with 1 hit, no errors, no runs. Austin Hayes, Kyle Schwarber, and Trey Turner are due up to face Ronel Blanco. Blanco up to 36 pitches as of right now. Going into the 3rd inning. Into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Already close to 40 pitches. Let's see here. Once again, I have to move the base runners off because the Astros didn't do it for me. Take a look at the chat, see if we got anything going on. Me Too Man, Me Too says Big Cat. Big Cat says, do you think we'll make it to the World Series this year? Well, that's... Yeah, I think that, positive people would say, absolutely, man, we'll do it. I can't say that because the way I look at it is that the Astros have had an amazing season on one hand, but on the other hand, they've also really hurt themselves, and they haven't completely been able to shake off all of that nonsense. If you look at the last series that they played, the 4-game series that they played with the Orioles, that's a good example of the old Astros, the early 2024 Astros, creeping in and causing problems for the way, causing problems for their success right now, because they really should have swept that series with the Orioles. But there are 2 problems that the Astros seem to have consistently. Well, let me change that. They've had consistently in the past, and they come back to haunt them sometimes. First pitch to Austin Hayes is in there for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. And one of those is the relief pitching giving up leads, giving up the games. That's one. Foul back by Hayes, that's strike 2. 0-2 is the count. The other issue is the Astros stranding runners, just not driving in the runs, leaving guys on base consistently. So when the Astros are doing those 2 things, they can't win. Strike 3, man, 3-pitch strikeout by Blanco on that 81-mile-per-hour pitch. Austin Hayes goes down, swinging. Take a look at this. Nice, beautiful pitch by Blanco. would definitely have been a ball. But Hayes just couldn't lay off. Out number 1. No runners on. The leadoff batter is on the bench. Kyle Schwarber is up. First pitch to him. He checks his swing. They say he did not go. That's ball 1. 79-mile-per-hour pitch there. So I said all of that to say that if the Astros can get their hits when it matters most and just limit the damage with their relief pitching, then yes, they can definitely go to and win the World Series. 2 more pitches outside on the next pitch for ball 2. That pitch is barely on the corner for strike 1. Good call by the ump to catch that one. 2-1 is the count to Schwarber. Here comes the next pitch. Ooh, right in there. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner. Schwarber just taking everything right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was a nice pitch. Right on the outside corner. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That was a check swing. He definitely went around on that one. He was gone. Strike 3. Another strikeout for Blanco. Look at this one. Completely fooled Schwarber. Whip. Man. 2 outs. 2 strikeouts. 2 outs. Blanco looking much more like his top-of-the-line self. That brings up Trey Turner. He grounds one right through the hole on the very first pitch. So that'll be a hit on the very first pitch to Trey Turner. Right through the gap between third and shortstop. Phillies have a base runner with 2 outs. Runner on first. That brings up Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper, his last at bat grounded into a double play. He's 0 for 1 today. Batting .273 for the season. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch from Blanco. Harper swings and fouls that one away. 81 miles per hour. Strike 1. I'm going to have to wolf down this second cup of coffee because I don't have much time before I have to leave the house. I got to leave here in about 15 minutes. I'm really sorry to have to leave you guys today, but I will leave the live score going. That next pitch is way high for ball 1. The count is even. 93 miles an hour on that one. Man, this water needs to drip faster. I'm in a hurry. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 runner on. Here's the pitch. Just a little high. Taken for ball 2. 2-1 to Bryce Harper. When the Astros have the opportunities against teams like the Phillies, they have to score. Can't be playing around with teams like this. 2-1 is the count. That's going to make it 3-1. High and outside on that breaking pitch. 80 miles an hour. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner on first. Blanco playing around with Bryce Harper. This will be the 50th pitch of the game for Blanco. On the way right now. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. Good pitch by Blanco. 87 miles an hour. Full count. 2 outs. Runner on first. Let's see what Blanco comes up with. Here comes the pitch. Man, Harper rips on that one. Sends it steaming out into the stands on the right side. Count remains 3-2. About 107 miles an hour on that hit. We're going to have another full count pitch. Here comes the pitch. Way high. That one missed by a mile. Good grief. What are you thinking there, Blanco? That was like 2 feet off the plate, or 2 feet out of the zone. Look how high this was. Wow. That's another walk or that's another base runner, a hit and a walk with 2 outs. So after getting the first 2 batters, Blanco gives up a hit to Turner and a walk to Harper. Phillies now have runners on first and second. This could have been the first inning where Blanco just didn't have any issues, just 1, 2, 3. He's up to 52 pitches now. Alec Boehm had a ground out in the first inning. I believe his ground out ended the inning. That difficult first inning for the Astros. Blanco determined not to have an easy inning, it looks like, this game. Runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch. That one's hit hard out to right field. Looks like could be playable, and it is. Gambles underneath it and makes the catch for out number 3. So, little scariness, but Astros able to get out of it. Blanco gets lucky with the... Once again, they keep messing around with the Phillies. They need to watch it. After 3, we're still tied at 0-0. Astros coming up to bat to face Wheeler, who's at 61 pitches. It looks like it's going to be Singleton, Caratini, and Gamble. Let's check the live stream and see what's going on. I've got a poll in the chat, guys, if you have a moment to vote for it. What team will the Astros most likely struggle against to reach the World Series? I only put 3 teams here. I know that there are other teams that they could play and struggle against, but these are just the ones that I decided to put. The Yankees, the Phillies, and the Guardians. Right now there are 11 votes. 64% of you say the Phillies, 36% say Yankees, and no votes for the Guardians. You guys aren't giving any love to the Guardians, right? I really can't stand the Guardians, and it's primarily because of some issues that the Astros have with the Guardians a few years ago. I can't remember which season it was. Guardians knocked the Astros out, I believe. Pam Flaler, thank you for being here. Appreciate you joining us. We need a home run right now. You're right about that. The Astros need to get some runs somehow, and I'll take them any way, shape, or form. Solo home runs, homers with runners on base, bunt home runs. Anything is fine by me. I just want them to get some runs on the board. They cannot be playing around with the Philadelphia Phillies. John Singleton, Big John Singleton, is up to bat with his big old dad bod. Here comes the pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? The umpire said he did. That'll be strike number 1. Singleton just staring at the umpire like, what? And he takes time out immediately. No balls, 1 strike. Oh and 1. Here comes a pitch from Wheeler. Singleton takes that one inside. It almost nicks him on the legs. They're showing the check swing. Yeah. Yeah, look at this check swing. He didn't actually go. It was close, but he didn't go. And the home plate umpire called that a strike instead of checking with the third base umpire. Strange. Next pitch to Singleton is in there for strike 2. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. That one's low and inside for ball 2. The count is even, 2-2. Pam says, I'm in Houston. Cool. Awesome. I wish I could be in Philly at the game, and I really wish I could see some games at Minute Maid Park. I'm just too far away. Singleton rips that down the first baseline, but Harper with the diving catch robs Singleton of another single. Let's take a look at that one. He rips it down, caught by Harper, tosses it to Wheeler to get the out at first base. He didn't even have to to toss it to him. He could have just stepped on the base himself, but it was still a great catch. Robbing single of another Singleton, a single McSingleton. That brings up Victor Caratini. First pitch to him is high and inside for ball one. So 1 out, 1 away, no runners on. Victor Caratini at the plate. I just realized I still have runners on the base. I need to fix that. Next pitch, ball 2. 2-0. Here comes the pitch from Wheeler. That one was a little outside. Could have been called strike. It was right on the edge of the zone, but umpire laid off. That's ball 3. Caratina might be taking this one right down the gut. We'll see. Kind of feel like I'd like to see a rip if it's anywhere close to the zone. He should have swung on that one. He takes it. I had a feeling that Wheeler was going to bring it right down the zone, and he did, but that's taken for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's the 70th pitch of the game for Wheeler. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Terrible half swing on that inside low pitch. Caratini, what are you thinking? Strike 2. The count is full. Take a look at this. What are you doing, man? Come on, Batman. Caratini looks so much like Ben Affleck. I refer to him as Batman. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. A little low and inside. Could have been strike 3 on the edge of that plate, but umpire says, nope, that's ball 4. So Caratini does walk. Look how close this was. So the Astros do have a base runner with 1 out. Caratini drawing the walk. Ben Gamel is going to come to the plate. Gamel actually had a pretty good at-bat, driving up the count full, and then took a strike looking. See if he can do better this time. Here comes the first pitch. Swinging on the very first 196 inside. Fouled it down the third baseline. I might not be able to get through this inning, guys. It is now almost 8:45. I have to leave in a few minutes. But like I said, I will leave the live score on the screen for you guys so you can continue to check the updates. This one's hit to the left field side. That's going to be a base hit by Gamel. Caratini advances to second. Good hit by Gamel right through the gap. Astros now have runners on first and second with 1 out. Awesome. That brings up Jake Myers. Jake Myers with a chance to do something. Astros once again with runners on first and second in scoring position with just 1 out. First pitch to Myers. He grounds it to third. Might be a double play to second, but that's the only one they're able to get. So luckily there's no double play ball there. But the Astros do have runners on the corners with 2 outs. Fielder's choice by Jake Myers, but because it was so far to the left side, third baseman was not able to make the play quick enough to threaten a double play. Shea Whitcomb comes to the plate. He flew out in the 3rd inning. He has an opportunity here to give the Astros their first RBI. What is it, about 90 feet away? Here's the first pitch. He hits it hard to left field. Oh my gosh, is it going to be off the wall? Oh, it's going to drop. That's going to be in. This could be at least 2 runs. It is. The throw is too late. Shea Whitcomb all the way out to left field, drops right in. 2-run score. Shea Whitcomb with the double brings in 2 runs. Caratini and Myers score. Myers all the way from first base. Astros up 2-0. Beautiful hit by Shea Whitcomb. Now, that's what I'm talking about. The Astros managed to get one run, or 2 runs rather, before I go to class. Awesome. That's great stuff. All right, guys. Now, Shea Whitcomb's on second base with 2 outs. Alex Bregman is up to bat. And I've got to walk out the door in like 2 minutes. Bregman takes the first pitch, swings, fouls it back, 85 miles an hour. Wait a second, strike 2 already? Wow. Okay. 0-2. Apparently, while I was looking at the information on the screen and changing it up, Bregman got a strike. So it's 0-2 with 2 outs, runner on second. 2-2-2. Strike 3. So that's out number 3, and that's the end of the inning, and that's good right there. That ends it for me. I'm going to stop right here, guys. Essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the game live score on the screen for you all. And I want to say thank you for being here. I am sorry that I can't continue to call the game for the rest of the game because I've got to get to classes. But like I said, what you see on the screen right now, I'm going to leave that up so you can see the live score. And thank you so much for your subs, for your likes. The game tomorrow is going to be similar to today. I'm going to be able to call about the first hour, and then I'll have to go to class. But game 3 with the Phillies, I will be here to go over all that game, I believe. So I think that game starts much earlier, so there won't be a problem with me being here for the entire game before I go to school. Until then, I will chat with you guys again tomorrow for a little while. But today, I'll be in the live chat checking between breaks while in between classes. Go Stros, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Today in the chat, tomorrow in person. Okay, that's it. Signing out. I'm going to turn my mic off here just in case. Have a great day. Enjoy the game. And I'll see you in the live chat, guys. Bye. Hello again, everyone. I am back home. I decided to go ahead and leave the school because I just wasn't feeling well. Apparently, got a couple of people still tuned in, although the game is finished. It went to the 10th inning and then the Astros gave up a run. I don't know the details yet, so I'm going to check out the play-by-play and give you a summary of the game right quick. What I might actually do is stop the live stream now and then do a game summary, a separate game summary, another video for that. It's likely what I will do, but I was feeling rather hot. Actually, I'm going to take my hat off now that I think about it. I started feeling really hot and almost a little nauseous in my class. After taking a break, I decided to come on home. I see, Eric, you got a couple of messages in the chat there. You said it's a tough spot to be in, Stros. If it was in H-Town, I'd give you the win. Unfortunately, it's in Philly. Yeah, and, you know, the way I look at it is if you get to the 9th inning and the Phillies only have 2 runs, you got to win that game. You've absolutely got to win that game. Can't be giving up a game like that. And Eric said, "You okay, my friend?" I'm so-so. I mean, you probably know. You've probably heard me say before. I've got a serious condition with cancer. Apparently, it started in my right kidney, and before I found out about it, it was a really large tumor. Found out about, let's see, June, July, August, a little over 2 years ago. And at that point, they said I really needed surgery to have the tumor and the kidney taken out. Unfortunately, it was so large that the cancer had started to get into my vein, and that made it impossible to have surgery. Essentially, what they've done is they've started giving me a couple of different medicines. One is an inhibitor that is supposed to halt / slow the growth of the tumor and hopefully even shrink it so that I can have surgery. And the other medicine is just because of a side effect of the tumor. I had a blood clot in my leg last year. I had to spend a couple of months in the hospital. Very dangerous situation. But because of the ongoing threat of blood clots in my body, I have to take blood thinners. So I take blood thinners every day and I take this inhibitor every day. But my feeling on a daily basis, sometimes on an hourly basis, fluctuates. So I can be feeling okay 1 minute, then a few minutes later, suddenly I'm feeling very hot and nauseous. And sometimes I go through several days of feeling good and more energy, and then suddenly followed up by several days of feeling tired and crappy and like I'm ready to fall off the earth or something. Eric says, definitely have heard about that. We've had it in my family too. My mom is now in remission, but on test days I don't really feel like talking to you until test results are in. Yep. You never know. And to be honest, I just got a new doctor last month because my long-term doctor, he opened his own clinic, and so obviously I can't go to see him because of several reasons. One is they don't have the equipment that's needed to scan me, like CT scans, which I have done every few months. And my new doctor basically said that he doesn't expect me to be around but maybe 1 to 2 years from right now. And obviously that's not the kind of thing that people want to hear. But he says, if the medicine works, then I have surgery, and I'm really, 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 really lucky, which is exactly what he said. If I'm really, 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 really lucky, maybe I'll live 10 more years. But he thinks probably I should just go ahead and prepare to not be around after 2 years. So in the next 1 to 2 years, he thinks more than likely I'll be gone. So I thought that by doing the Astros live stream, it would accomplish a few things, but one of the main things is trying to do something that I find enjoyable, which is watch the Astros games. Instead of just sitting here watching them, why not try to call them, you know? But I also have to study Japanese for my visa, and I can't miss too many days of classes. It's not allowed to miss more than a certain percentage, otherwise you start having trouble with immigration. So that's where we stand on that. But I think I'll just go ahead and do the game summary now, instead of doing a separate video. I'm thinking that I might catch a bus here in a few minutes and go sit in a nice, cool environment at a cafe somewhere and work on my homework assignments, try to get caught up on some of that, if possible. But let's take a look at the play-by-play scores, scoring summary rather. Okay guys, you already know that in the first 3 innings there was some threat of the Phillies scoring, but they weren't able to do so, and neither did the Astros. The Astros didn't really do much, but the Astros did get a few hits. It wasn't until the top of the 4th that the Astros got some points on the board. Shea Whitcomb had a nice double to left field, and that scored both Caratini and Myers. That was an excellent inning. Great hit for Whitcomb. Put the Astros on, gave them the lead 2-0. But in the very next inning, in the top or bottom of the 5th, the Phillies got on the board with a solo home run by Brandon Marsh to left center, 391 feet, bringing the Phillies within 1 run, 2-1. In the bottom of the 6th, Cassiano singled to center, scoring Harper, and that tied up the game. So by the bottom of the 6th, the Phillies were able to tie it up. Astros had many chances between the 5th and 9th inning, apparently. They had 5 innings to just score 1 run. They could have won the game. Just 1 run, but they didn't. They let it go into the 10th inning and weren't able to do anything in the 10th inning. And of course, Bryce Harper came up, single to right, scoring Schwarber and ending the game, 3-2 Phillies. Astros had 8 hits and just scored 2 runs. Phillies had 9, scored 3. No errors for the Phillies, but the Astros had 2. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the Astros recently, but they have made a lot of boo-boos on the infield. Pitchers and fielders both. Very crazy. But we look forward to tomorrow's game, and before I get to that, I did want to say, Eric, thanks for sharing with me. I do hope that your mom continues to do well. My mom had breast cancer, and she went through a lot of ridiculous treatments, and they basically destroyed her body, and within just a few years she was gone. And that was several years ago that she passed away. I also lost my grandmother to lung cancer. I lost an aunt to cancer, which spread all over her body after lots of treatments and surgeries. My ex-girlfriend's mother also died after getting cancer and went through lots of surgeries and medicines. And right now I have 2 friends, one in New Zealand and another in Fukuoka, which is not too far from Hiroshima. They are both fighting cancer. It just seems like, I don't know what to say about it. It just seems like something that we should be able to do more about and just aren't. So I place that blame at the feet of the government who controls the medical associations. They're more interested in profits and money than helping people, that's for sure. Government's always interested more in controlling people than helping people. But let's take a look at the game tomorrow. Game 2 in Philadelphia. This is a 3-game series between the Astros and the Phillies. Astros are going to have to win the next 2 if they want to win this series. Justin Verlander is scheduled to be on the mound. Right now he's an even 3-3 on the season. Had a pretty good outing for his first game back. ERA standing at 3.92. He's given up 56 hits in 62 innings, which is not good, but he also has almost an equal number of strikeouts. So it seems like 50-50 whether somebody gets struck out or gets a hit. He's going to be facing Aaron Nola. Nola is faring a little bit better. He's 11-6 on the year with a 3.45 ERA. Astros have a better chance of hitting him tomorrow than they did of hitting Wheeler today. 159 innings pitched, 147 hits given up, and 147 strikeouts. So that's funny. Aaron Nola has given up the exact same amount of hits as he has strikeouts, as he's gotten strikeouts. So I think the Astros have a chance to score some runs tomorrow. We'll see, as long as the bats show up. That game is going to be starting at the same time as Game 1 today. So, as long as I'm feeling up to it, I will be calling the first few innings. If for some reason I feel bad, but not bad enough to call the game, then I might have to stay home from school. But I really hope that I don't have to stay home from school, because I can't afford to miss. At any rate, that's it for the GEAUX Stros channel for today, at least for this game. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow morning. Hopefully I can get some rest, catch up on my homework, get some studies done, some good studies, and then watch the Astros start scoring some runs tomorrow. Right now, in the bottom of the second, the Mariners are tied up with Tampa Bay 1-1. The Rangers I don't see. Are the Rangers off today? Let me take a quick look and see. Yep, I don't see a game for the Rangers today, so they are off. Probably good for the Astros. At least there's no chance for them winning and getting closer. But let's hope that the Rays can beat up on the Mariners and keep them away from the Astros. They've got a guy on second base right now, tied up at 1-1. And that's it. Thanks guys so much for listening in, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Go Stros.